And we're back.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we invite you to this celebration today. We come with gratitude in our hearts for all you have done and all you will continue to do in and through us. We thank you for the family and friends who have encouraged us, inspired us, and taken on extra tasks and duties in order to help our dreams come true. Because of their love and friendship, we have been able to accomplish much. Second, Lord, we are thankful for each and every faculty member who played a role in the lives of these graduates. It takes many people doing many things to make sure a world-class education is possible right here on this campus. Lord, we thank you for every professor who taught, encouraged, and saw the potential in each student, and then maybe pushed a little bit harder to make it become a reality. Lord, let today be a moment that they too can see the fruits of their labor. We ask that you would strengthen them so they might see a harvest over and over again in their efforts to prepare students to go out and make an impact on the world. Finally, Lord, we ask that your favor would rest heavily upon these graduates for whom we have gathered today. What a privilege it has been to be a student of this fine institution. We've been well equipped, and now we are called to put these gifts and talents to work. Help us be difference makers wherever you send us. I pray that you would help us, Lord, to courageously echo the words of the prophet Samuel when he said, "Here I am, Lord, send me." After we take a few moments today to celebrate our accomplishments, Father, grant us your grace as we walk in the way you've called us and equipped us. Grant us the courage to do it with integrity, and may it all be for your glory and our good. Amen. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors.
Forward, march. Mark time, march. Squad, hope, left, face, present, arms.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms. Right, face. Calm left, march.
Please be seated.
Good morning, everybody. Let me see if I can find my speech. Here we go. So I'm David Bunton. I'm the interim assistant provost and director of the Griffin campus. It is indeed my pleasure to welcome all of you here on behalf of the University of Georgia, and I want to particularly welcome the graduates and the faculty and their family and friends to join us in this Griffin campus Fall 2022 graduation celebration and brick ceremony. Now, because of the weather, we were going to do it outside, but we had to move inside because it's pretty messy out there. So, but we do have the brick ceremony and the other ceremony in the SLC after this ceremony. So the last few semesters in the last few years have been challenging with restrictions on our instruction and events, but you all persevered and were able to go ahead and finish your graduation and graduate. We're very pleased to celebrate your graduation with you and hold this Griffin campus ceremony here today. Now, while students receive support from every Griffin campus team member, They are closely assisted by the instruction faculty who are in the rows here behind us, and the support staff here on the campus. The students experience a low student-faculty ratio, which we're quite proud of that, and which allows personalized instruction from world-renowned faculty, as you all know. And our students and alumni have voiced that this is one of the things they really like about the Griffin campus experience, not being in classes with 300 other colleagues. So we're very pleased to recognize your hard work and accomplishment of graduating with the University of Georgia degree. However, I will say the degree is not actually officially conferred till tomorrow by the president. So we are celebrating and supporting, encouraging you and your family. So today marks the 32nd graduation celebration here in the Griffin campus. And today, graduates, you'll join almost 700 other graduates that have completed degrees here at the University of Georgia Griffin campus. I would like to acknowledge some distinguished guests that are here today. That many of them came down from Athens. We just saw Mr. Dick Morrow, who is led the pledge and was a previous mayor of Griffin and also a county commission member, and we're very pleased to have him here as a very strong supporter of the campus. And we were standing in line, he told us he served in Vietnam as a fighter pilot. So thank you for your service there, Dick. In addition, we have Dr. Bill Vinsel, who's the Associate Vice President for Instruction. Bill's been here before as our keynote speaker, and we're glad to have him here. Dr. Meredith Welsh Devine, Assistant Dean of the Graduate School, is with us today. And Dr. Jean Martin Williams, Associate Dean in the Franklin College of Arts and Sciences. And one of my colleagues in the College of Ag, Dr. Joe Broder, who's Associate Dean and Academic Affairs Director of the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences. And then Dr. Scott Ardoin, who's the Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Education in the Mary Frances Early College of Education. And Dr. Laura Clark, who's been down here many times for our events as Director of Undergraduate Program in the Terry School of Business. And finally, Miss Annette Daniels, who's President of the UGA Alumni Association, and we'll hear from her a little bit later. If you could all just stand and we could recognize you here at the event. So thank you. I was glad that your trip down here was uneventful and there was no train downtown to block your. So, all right. Next, let me introduce our keynote speaker, and I'm very, very pleased to have her here today to speak. Is Dr. Marisa Pagnataro, who is named Vice President for Instruction in 2022 this year, and is the Joshua Meigs Distinguished Teaching Professor in the Terry College of Business. She oversees the university's enrollment management, student success initiatives, academic affairs, instruction infrastructure, as well as student and faculty services. This includes admissions, financial aid, registrar's office, curriculum, academic advising, experimental learning, online learning, and there's probably a couple things I left out here. So also included, of course, is the teaching and learning, the first year Odyssey program, the STEM education, and Dr. Pagnataro is the oversight of the extended campuses, which we have a number in Georgia and in Washington, D.C., and including Gwinnett and others, and the pre-law offices. And prior to being named Vice President for Instruction, she served as Vice Provost of Academic Affairs. That's how I got to meet her when I became Interim Director. In this role, she assisted matters of academic instruction, policy planning, acted on behalf of the Provost, and chaired a number of other councils. The Art Council in particular is one of her passions, and oversaw the Georgia Museum of Art, the Meade Institute of Higher Education, the Performing Arts Center, and she worked closely with the Office of Global Engagement. And at that time, she also oversaw and the Dean and Director of the College of Ag and Environmental Sciences. And at some point there, she's my boss, so be nice to her. I think you're my boss now, actually. So I could go on. There's four more pages of acknowledgments, but she was a professor in the School of Terry College Business, and has a very remarkable record, a number of books, a textbook apparently that's widely used. And so I could go on, but please join me in welcoming Dr. Marisa Pagnataro, Vice President for Instruction.
Good morning. I feel like I have to do what I do in class, stand up so he would stop. So thank you so much, Dr. Bunton, for your kind introduction. And thank you also for being at the helm of the Griffin campus over the last 38 months. I think it was more than you intended at the beginning. As he mentioned, we work closely together, including through some difficult and uncertain times. And I've definitely appreciated his steady leadership and dedication to the University of Georgia. And I would ask you to applaud again for him because he did so much, so thank you. Graduates, I love seeing you this morning. What an amazing thing you've done. You finished your degrees in a pandemic, no less. You persevered because that's what you're due. We're here to honor you today because of your drive and your determination. I'm grateful to be here to celebrate your achievement. Moments like this give me an opportunity to reflect on my own career and life, to think about what's most important. And I have 3 themes to share with you today. First, I hope that your degree has put you on a path to a career that you will find productive and meaningful. You represent undergraduate, master's, and doctoral programs from 4 distinguished colleges at UGA, the Mary Frances Early College of Education, the Franklin College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, and the Terry College of Business. Your degree will open doors, and work you engage in will make a difference for yourself and others. Because of my own career path, I know how important it is to feel passion and meaning in your work. When I was a senior in college, I was graduating with a major in English, and I was trying to decide if I should get a PhD or go to law school. I was the first in my family to go to college, so both were definitely a reach for me. I was concerned about the job market, so I went to law school. I was excited to get a job at a large firm in Atlanta, but after a few years working in litigation, I took a step back to think about what I was doing and where I was headed. On the surface, I was on a solid career trajectory, but in my heart, I knew I wasn't where I was supposed to be. I didn't feel like I made a difference. I called one of my professors from college, and as a funny side note, this is a woman who chain smoked in class. The world was very different in the 80s. And I could hear her puffing, and she said, "Now is the time to get the PhD. Just go for it." And I did. That conversation was an absolutely pivotal moment, which put me on a career path that I love at the University of Georgia. I'm so grateful for the experiences I've had there. So this is a special day for me because being here to celebrate you has given me the opportunity to appreciate how that career recalibration has made all the difference. So I'm proud to work at the University of Georgia and to know that our graduates, like all of you, will make a difference for our state and beyond. But if I hadn't called that professor, my whole life would be different. So through it all, everything comes back to those relationships that you build, which leads me to my second theme, appreciating and nurturing human connection you have with others. As I look around the room, I see so many people who are proud of you. Thank you, family and friends, for the ways that you have and will continue to support these graduates. I also know that the faculty and staff on this campus have been deeply committed to your success. Thank you, too. Some of the relationships that you make in college can change the course of your life like it did mine. So, as you're graduating and making plans for the future, be sure to keep in touch. Your favorite professor or advisor might write you a recommendation someday, send a job lead your way. They might give you some great career guidance that can change your life. Add your classmates, professors, and others you meet, including me, on LinkedIn. We want to know what you're up to. We want to celebrate your successes. We're very proud of you. When you're at junctures in your life, ask for advice. Reach out to mentors. I'm grateful to have mentors for various aspects of my life: career advice, teaching advice, and work-life balance. And one of the most interesting things one of my professors said to me once was, you can have multiple mentors. Some people are really good at career and some people are really good at family. So you have multiple people that you call on. It's important to have those conversations so you can sort out what's most meaningful to you. What are your priorities? Graduates, you are important role models for others as well. You're blazing a trail for younger siblings, cousins, anyone else who comes after you. And they might look to you for advice on what school to pick, what major to be in, what campus job to do. You are the next generation of leaders. In your careers, you will have the opportunity to use your UGA education to improve lives, strengthen communities, and address challenges. You can make a difference for others just as you have the ability to create opportunities for others to succeed, just as you have. My third and final theme is about every day. One of the most important lessons I've learned, and particularly this was underscored during the pandemic, is that the small things that really make a difference to how you feel about each day. Notice beauty in the world, practice acts of kindness, take a moment to express gratitude. And it's interesting, even driving down here, just the mist coming up over the fields, it was beautiful. Take those moments. Hold the door for someone. I was at shopping last weekend. It was pouring down rain, and someone came to me. I looked, and the cart return was way over. The person said, "Do you want me to take that cart?" And I was like, this is just one of the small things you do will make a difference in the world. Thank you cards to your professors. All these things make a difference. Life can be consumed by being busy. You will all be incredibly busy in your lives, but even a few seconds of gratitude can shift your perspective to a positive place. The level of energy and enthusiasm you bring to your life will add richness to you and the people around you. I often end my class at the end of the semester by reading a passage from an essay by Kurt Vonnegut, and I'm going to read it to you now. He said, "My Uncle Alex, who is up in heaven now, one of the things he found objectionable about human beings was what they so rarely noticed when times were sweet. We could be there drinking lemonade in the shade of an apple tree in the summertime, and Uncle Alex would suddenly interrupt the conversation to say, 'If this isn't nice, what is?'" And it continues to say, "So I hope that you will do the same for the rest of your lives. When things are going sweetly and peacefully, take a pause for a moment and then say out loud, 'If this isn't nice, what is?'" So as you sit here today, reflect on your hard work and focus. I clearly remember plenty of times in college and grad school when I thought, oh my gosh, this is hard. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm sure you probably felt that too. It is hard to study for all those tests, write papers, balance your classes while working, researching, being a good family member and friend. But you did it, and it's great to be here with you today. Exciting opportunities are ahead of you. As you go out in the world, I hope that you have a meaningful career, significant connections with others, and many moments to enjoy small things and engage in those acts of kindness that will add richness to your life and those around you. So be proud of yourself and know that we are so very proud of you, all of us here today, and the people who were not able to join you as well, about all the hard work it took to get to this point. On behalf of the University of Georgia, I want you to remember the deep ties that bind us together. Remember that wherever you go throughout your life, you'll always be part of the UGA family. As a fellow alumnus, and I am a devoted member of the Bulldog Nation, and I know that you are too. So now is the time to celebrate, or soon after we finish. Take it all in, to think about what you've done, and also think, if this isn't nice, I don't know what is. Congratulations, and go Dogs.
Okay, thank you very much for that inspiring speech and comments. It's a tradition here at the campus that our special guests, we always present them with a gift. And this is a birdhouse made by Dick Morrow Industries. And you drive around Griffin and get to looking. When you're looking at the mist, you'll see these red birdhouses. So put this under your tree while you're drinking the lemonade, and you can enjoy that. So thank you very much.
I love that. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm not very used to these tassels. So, respected dignitaries, colleagues, graduates, family, and friends, I'm delighted to have the opportunity to celebrate your wonderful achievements with you. Hi, my name is Govindraj Dev Kumar, and I'm an assistant professor at the Center for Food Safety, right there. I'm more commonly known as IKE's advisor on this campus. Now, there are many warm and positive adjectives that I can use to describe IKE, but the most apt would be Griffin made. They say that it takes a village to raise a child, and IKE is a shining example of that. The warmth and support that he has received and the friendships he has made have helped him, and the friendships that he has developed in this wonderful community have helped him build resilience, tenacity, and has made him a winner. So without further ado, I would like to invite our student speaker, Ikechukwu Chukwuma Ogwadenma.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction, Dr. Dev Kumar. Thank you to the amiable faculty staff of the UGA Griffin campus. And thank you to my family and friends present today, both in person and online. It is an absolute honor to address you today and to share this stage with the illustrious Dr. Marisa Pagnatero. In Africa, we have a belief that it takes a community to raise a child. I have indeed been raised by a wonderful community, both in Nigeria and here in Griffin. Thank you, Griffin, for embracing this young man from Nigeria with your hospitality, your sweet-sounding slur of the English language, and your sweet tea. To you, I say Ubuntu, which is a traditional South African philosophical theme meaning I am because you are. I'll start my address today with a story, one which perhaps culminates my entire experience here in Griffin. It was a dreary Sunday morning, and I was in somewhat of a crisis. I faced incredible challenges in school and considered calling it quits. I needed help financially. The world was grappling with an impending shutdown because of COVID-19 infections, and more than ever, I longed to feel the embrace of my mother saying, "Ike, it is well, you will overcome." I walked into church that morning feeling pretty depressed until I received a card gift from a man in church. You see, this man is disabled and has had to face many obstacles in his life. He walked up to me and said, "Ike, the Lord laid it in my heart to give this card to you." I opened the card, and inside was a $100 bill with a note that read, "My prayers are with you always, Ike." After thoughtful prayer, I feel like God would have me to have a small part in your educational goals. I know of your faithfulness in church, and we are proud to have you as a brother and a friend. I hope you can use this as a small love offering to help in whatever way you see towards your goals day by day. May God bless you all your life as you serve and worship Him. That morning, I resolved to keep going and persisting towards my goals. To this kind-hearted man, I say, I am because you are. You see, the word Ubuntu is a term meaning humanity. It is a belief that an authentic individual human being is part of a larger and more significant relational, communal, societal, environmental, and spiritual world. It is a belief that the collective is greater than the individual. The great South African Bishop Desmond Tutu once said, "A person with Ubuntu is open and available to others, affirming of others, does not feel threatened that others are able and good, for he or she has a proper self-assurance that comes from knowing that he or she belongs in the greater whole and is diminished when others are humiliated or diminished, when others are tortured and oppressed. I believe in the power of the collective, the strength and beauty that radiates when people from all tongues, all tribes, and all colors come together in one voice for good." To the class of 2022, I have no doubt in my mind that we will thrive wherever we find ourselves, because we are warriors who understand the strength in the collective. When the world shut down because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we rallied together and came up with creative solutions to keep ourselves and our communities active and sane. When we suffered deaths, some very personal to us, and losses from the pandemic, we learned what it was to truly empathize. When we faced academic challenges, some of which came close to breaking us, we stayed focused on the goal, together with a community of others working towards the same goal. In the face of all odds stacked against us, we persisted and we overcame. Class of 2022, we will be extremely successful, but never forget the strength that lies in the collective. Therefore, in the spirit of Ubuntu, I want to thank everyone who has made this journey easier for us. Thank you to the UGA faculty who have dedicated their lives to imparting us with your knowledge and wisdom. Thank you, administrative staff and researchers, ever so patient and ever so loving to us. Thank you to the physical plant and facilities management who dedicate their time to ensure that the Griffin campus is run optimally. Thank you to the security on campus who ensure that we are safe within the campus walls. And thank you to the Griffin community who have embraced us, smiled at us at the grocery stores, and welcomed us to your homes. Thank you to our families who have been with us throughout this journey. Personally, I want to thank my family, some of whom are present here today. I want to thank God, ever so present in my day-to-day life, and I want to thank wonderful friends who have become like family to me. To you all I say, we are because you are. I will conclude by reciting the words of a song I learned as a kid. It says, "No man is an island, no man stands alone. Each man's joy is joy to me, each man's grief is my own. We need one another, so I will defend each man as my brother, each man as my friend." God bless the United States of America, God bless the city of Griffin, and God bless the University of Georgia. Go Dogs!
Thank you, IK. I think we should give him one more hand. We are so honored to have you as a part of our UGA Griffin family. Here we are, the moment that you all came here for. Students, you have worked hard to be considered candidates for graduation. It is our honor to acknowledge your efforts today. Families and friends, we all appreciate your presence today, as you have been an integral part of this journey. We honor you and say congratulations to you as well. During this moment, students will receive a brick certificate signed by the dean of your college. This certificate represents the brick that you will receive, which is a tangible mark that you leave on this campus. You will lay your brick to commemorate the hard work, dedication, and commitment it took to complete your University of Georgia degree. Now, in an abundance of caution, we moved this momentous occasion inside. The beautiful building that stands just on the other side of the pecan orchard, right out here, is also known as the Student Learning Center, or the SLC to many of us. That is the location at which the bricks will be laid. We have a tent set up to cover that location because we weren't sure if the rain was going to stay gone or not. And so we'll be capturing photos of you laying your bricks after this ceremony ends. We hope you can all join us over at the Student Learning Center for the receptions to follow the ceremony. And on your way, you'll see the bricks that were laid by the graduates since last December on this campus. Prior to that, we have another facility called the Naomi Woodruff Pavilion that houses the bricks prior to last December. This is such a beautiful tradition that we have on this campus, and I love that our graduates get to leave their physical mark on our campus. Now back on track. Graduates, Once you receive your brick certificates, please proceed down the stage and back to your seats. Families, we have photographers capturing photos of your students on the stage and also when we go to the bricklaying location. And a link to these photos will be emailed to the students a few days after this ceremony. Thank you, Rick Blackshear. Where did he go? Thank you, Mr. Blackshear. All right, let's begin. Vice President Pagnataro and Dr. Bunton, will you please join me on the stage? Franklin College Arts and Sciences representatives, Associate Dean Martin Williams, and Dr. Perry Buffington, Senior Lecturer, will you also join us on the stage? From the Franklin College of Arts and Sciences, Joshua Kane, Bachelor of Arts in the Interdisciplinary Studies with a Sociology concentration. Aaron Williams, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies with a Psychology concentration. Please give Joshua and Aaron a round of applause again. Thank you, Associate Dean Martin Williams and Dr. Buffington. Dr. Bunton and Dr. Pagnataro, will you please remain on the stage? And would Assistant Dean Welch Devine of the Graduate School and Associate Dean Broder and Ms. Pamela Henry, Program Coordinator for the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, join us on the stage? For the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, Miracle Alexander, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Resource Science.
I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble here finding your therapy tonight.
If we have issues with the certificates, we'll make sure we get them straightened out. Don't worry. Addison Longino, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Resource Science, magna cum laude. Somebody want to sing a song? Daniel Nordstrom, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Resource Science. Rian Arshad, Master of Science, Entomology, Major Professor, Dr. Shamat Joseph. Zia Williamson, Master of Science, Entomology, Major Professor, Dr. Shamat Joseph. Morgan Willis, Master of Science, Plant Pathology, Major Professors Dr. Bokrabari and Dr. James Buck. Ike Chukwu Ogwadama, Doctor of Philosophy, Food Science, Major Professor Dr. Govindaraj Dev Kumar. Thank you, Associate Dean Broder and Ms. Henry. Dr. Welch Devine, will you remain on the stage with Drs. Pagnataro and Button? And will Associate Dean Ardoin and Dr. Robin Overick, Program Coordinator for our Mathematics Education Program, please join us on the stage. From the Mary Frances Early College of Education Mathematics Education Program, Shelley Dean, Master of Education, Mathematics Education, emphasis pre-K through 8, Major Professor Dr. Robin Overick. Haran Yang, Master of Education, Mathematics Education, emphasis pre-K through 8, Major Professor Dr. Robin Overick. Cassandra Barlow, Educational Specialist, Mathematics Education, emphasis pre-K through 8, Major Professor Dr. Marcia Hines. Heather Harbin, Educational Specialist, Mathematics Education, emphasis pre-K through 8, Major Professor Dr. Marcia Hines. Rachel Tuck, Educational Specialist, Mathematics Education, emphasis pre-K through 8, Major Professor Dr. Marcia Hines. Thank you, Dr. Overick. Dr. Ardoin, will you remain on the stage? And will Dr. Lindy Parker, Program Coordinator for Student Affairs Leadership, please join us on the stage? Student Affairs Leadership, Nicole Kogan, Doctor of Education, Student Affairs Leadership, Major Professor Dr. Marilee Dunn. Thank you, Dr. Parker. Dr. Ardoin, will you stay a little longer? Dr. John Mativo, Program Coordinator for Workforce Education, please join us on the stage. Tammy Boyle, Doctor of Education, Workforce Education, Major Professor, Dr. John Mativo. Thank you, Dr. Ardoin, Dr. Mativo, and Dr. Welch Devine. Not yet. Dr. Laura Clark and Ms. Rachel Pierce, Program Coordinator for the General Business Program for the Terry College of Business, please join us on the stage. For the Terry College of Business, Gavin Bennett, Bachelor of Business Administration, General Business. Ricardo Rojas, Bachelor of Business Administration, General Business. Thank you, Dr. Clark, Ms. Pierce, Dr. Button, and Dr. Pagnataro. Oh, sure. All of them?
No, just one.
Oh.
You got your certificate. Want to take a picture? They found it.
I'm sorry.
They just called it.
Thank you. Now I'm going to follow my script.
My apologies. You notice I had to get an ambassador to come up here and straighten me out.
We planned it for a little comical relief. Did it work? All right. So going back to my script. Let's give all these amazing students one more round of applause. Congratulations, class of 2022. Now, we will have a presentation of the University of Georgia's alma mater, which is led by the candidate for Doctor of Philosophy, Ikechu, led by IK. Following the alma mater, we will hear remarks from the UGA Alumni Association President, Yvette Daniels. After that, Dr. Bunton will provide the closing remarks, and I ask that you please stand for the alma mater. Thank you, and go Dogs.
From the hills of Georgia's northland beams thy noble brow, and the sons of Georgia rising pledge with sacred vow. Alma mater, thee will honor true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory, Georgia, hail to thee. 'Neath the pine tree's stately shadow, spread thy riches rare, and thy sons, dear alma mater, will thy treasure share. Alma mater, thee will honor true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory, Georgia, hail to thee. And thy daughters proudly join thee, take their rightful place, side by side into the future, equal dreams embrace. Alma Mater, thee will honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee. You can join me. Through the ages, Alma Mater, men will look to thee. The fairest of the Southlands, Georgia's varsity. Alma Mater, thee will honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee. One more time. Alma Mater, thee will honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee.
Wow, it's been a great day, right? The sun is out, right? We've got graduates that are going to be UGA alumni family in just less than 24 hours. So, on behalf of the University of Georgia Alumni Association, I want to congratulate you upon reaching this very important milestone. Welcome to the UGA alumni family. My name is Yvette Daniels, and I am the president of the UGA Alumni Association Board of Directors. I am a proud double dog with degrees in political science and law. Being here in Griffin is a special honor and treat. Thank you for the opportunity. Today, or in about 24 hours, you join nearly 350,000 living UGA graduates who share your love for Georgia. Your alma mater will always be a part of who you are, and the UGA Alumni Association encourages you to always maintain a connection to it and your fellow graduates. So, all graduates are automatically members of the UGA Alumni Association. As the UGA Alumni President, I want to ask each of you to stay connected and share your gifts and talents. You can do this in several ways. Come back, talk to other students. Sign up to be a mentor. Students want to know what your experiences are, and believe it or not, even as a graduate, early graduate, you can still do that. Update your information on our webpage and connect to a local alumni chapter wherever life may take you in your next journey. There are more than 80 chapters across the globe. I repeat, across the globe, including 3 nearby. So, as you progress in your careers, always keep students like yourselves in mind as opportunities come about, ways to learn and grow come about. Use that, share that gift back with folks who will one day sit where you're sitting. You've made a difference. You want to make a difference to them at some point so that future Bulldogs can have these opportunities and more. So, take a moment, reflect, enjoy, take in all that's here with you today: family, friends, professors, people that support you, and your UGA alumni family. Congratulations and welcome to the UGA Alumni Association. Go Dogs!
Okay, thank you for those comments. 350,000, wow, that's a big group. So here we're coming to the close, so I make a few final words. Once again, on behalf of the University of Georgia Griffin campus, I want to congratulate each and every student on their accomplishment. We're celebrating with you today. And in particular, I want to thank the family and friends that are all here that supported these students throughout their career here at UGA and I'm sure beyond. And you're looking forward to them moving on and moving out of the basement and getting jobs. I know I did with my kids. So. And again, the faculty and staff of the campus, thank you, and also for your support and helping these folks achieve their goals. Now, we will have a reception for each college after this ceremony over in the Student Learning Center to allow students, faculty, and family to meet their instructors and have a little more one-on-one with folks and maybe perhaps tell a few stories. We hope you all will join us. Each room has light refreshments, and we thank ServPro of Henry and Spalding counties, Edward Jones, financial advisor, and Ryan Peavyhouse for donations to provide those refreshments. I'm going to go through the room numbers here in a minute for each of the colleges. As Melissa said, the bricks are over here. We're not going to do a real formal ceremony, but you can look at your brick and get a picture, putting your brick in place. And when a giant sunspots fries all the computers at UGA, you can still come back here and there'll be a brick documenting that you graduated. So, okay, let's see, what am I leaving out here? So you notice we were up here, and it took one of the student ambassadors to straighten me out on what to do, so thank you very much. The ambassadors are around the room. These are students that volunteer their time to help us with events like this in exchange for a pretty red jacket, so thank you for all that they do. Okay, so after this, the reception in the SLC, graduates of the Terry College of Business and Franklin Arts and Sciences will be in room 115. If you go in the front door, that's the big room to the right. Graduates of Math Education will be in room 105. That go in the front door, and that's the big room on the left. Graduates of Educational Doctorate Student Affairs Leadership will be in room 107. Graduates of Workforce Education doctoral program and graduates of the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences will be in room 104. All right, y'all get that? Do I have to say it again? Okay. Just walk over there. There'll be people to tell you where to go, okay? How about that? Right, so again, as we close, I do want to invite you to take a time and tour the campus, walk around a little bit. The sun's out, the weather's nice. And a lot of folks like to go over here to UGA by the flagpole and take pictures, and please do that. And if you want a bite to eat, our cafe is open. They serve great fresh food, locally sourced as much as possible. And our bookstore in the Flint building is open this morning too if you want to buy some souvenirs, shirts, hats, and so on. And again, enjoy our beautiful campus. And again, congratulations and the best of luck to all the graduates. Come back and see us often. I know a lot of you do. And as always, go Dogs. All right. So, come New Year Day, we will be number one again in football in the nation. And I hope you all enjoy that. So that concludes our ceremony. Now, please be, we're going to do a recessional for folks out, and then after that, we'll be finished. Right, Melissa? Wherever she went? Yeah, okay, thumbs up.